Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we'll be making an Easter treat bunny bag. So for this project, you'll need 2 pieces of main fabric and 2 pieces of lining fabric, 8 inches in the width and 12.5 inches across. So let's get started. So I'm going to start by measuring in the middle of the 8 inches. Here I'm going to put a mark 4 inches in the middle. Also I'm going to put 4 inches down. So 4 inches by 4 inches. And I'm going to draw a straight line. Down to create a triangle. So 4 inches here, gonna draw a straight line. Then we're gonna put it in an angle to create a triangle. So it should be looking like this. So it should be looking like a triangle. And also for the main fabric, we'll be doing the same thing. So I'm gonna measure 4 inches. And 4 inches down. And I'm going to create that same angle. So I created a triangle. So now what you want to do is you want to cut it, leaving 1/4 inch seam allowance for stitching. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it. So I'll put this one here so you can see. So I have 4 pieces of fabric here. This is the main one and 2 pieces of the lining. As you can see, I drew a triangle here. Four inches in the length and 4 inches across. So now that we have created that, we're gonna cut and leave 1/4 inch seam allowance for stitching. So I have 2 pieces of lining here and 2 pieces of fabric. So I'm gonna cut, leaving a 1/4 inch for stitching allowance. After cutting the pieces of fabric, the 2 lining and the 2 outer piece, it should be looking like this. So now we're gonna stitch the lining separate. We're gonna start from this end all the way to the other end, leaving 2 inches of opening for turning. And we're gonna leave this area open for the lining piece. And then for the main fabric, I'll be stitching to the sides all the way across and up, leaving the middle area open. So you want to trim off the edges so that you could turn it inside out. So in the corners. You're going to do the same thing with the lining. So now what you want to do is turn the bag inside out. So after you stitch the corners, you want to measure 3 inches . You want to make a boxy corner 3 inches across, 1.5 inches on either side, like this. So you're going to open the bag like this. And make a 3 inches boxy corner. And you're going to do that for all 4 corners, both the outside fabric and the lining fabric also. You're gonna do it with the lining fabric also. So now we're gonna stitch across. So now we're going to trim those corners nicely so it doesn't be bulky whenever we turn over the bag, and it can sit flat. We're gonna do it both for the lining and the outer fabric as well. So this is our lining fabric. You gotta push it inside, make sure right side meeting right sides together so it lines up like this. And now you're gonna put it together like this. You're gonna push this inside. Make sure you chip the middle so it stays flat. Now you want to turn the bag inside out. So from the lining, we're going to turn the bag inside out. And it should look something like this. So now we're gonna put a stitch, top stitch all around the top, and I'm gonna stitch that open and close. So we're gonna stitch the open and close. So I'm going to put a top stitch around. So it should look like I'm going to fill some eggs. And now we're going to hold it like this and create that S. I'm coming. Bunny ears like this. I'm gonna tie it with a string, with a piece of thread. That is nice and tight. After I fix the ears, I'm going to tie it with a ribbon. So there you go, a nice treat bag for the Easter for the kids, or even for presents. Tell me in the comments what you think about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.